Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the house of David, which is the elect, the men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation and to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Israel. Yahawah is the Heavenly Father's true name in ancient Hebrew, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. YAHAWASHI is the name of his only begotten Son, the Savior and Redeemer of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, so this is another article showing, the draconian measures. All right, the pressure from above, pressure from below that Esau is consistently and perpetually doing. Trying to bring forth his new world order. All right, his what they deem his great reset. So this is from Russia Today. It says, "No mask, no money. Hsbc warns UK customers they could forfeit their accounts if they don't obey pandemic rules." So, once again, things are consistently, getting worse and worse as the time goes by, because Esau knows he has but a short time. So the elites of this world, the wicked rulers, all right, Ephesians 6 and I believe that's what, 11 or 12. The spiritual wickedness in high places, okay, they're trying to set up this new system where they can be like the Most High, and ultimately we see this leading into the mark of the beast, all right, which is the RFID chip. So, but before that happens, they gotta completely condition the people into accepting this new system, all right, this new way of living. As I believe it was either Prince Charles, when he did his speech at the World Economic Forum, he had 5 points. In his first point, they were talking about the Great Reset. His first point was they have to capture the will of the people to accept a drastic change. Okay, captivating the will of people so that they will accept a drastic change. So it says UK customers who refuse to wear masks inside HSBC branches will be refused service and may have their accounts closed, the bank says. The threat was not well received, particularly given HSBC's criminal history. So if you don't wear a mask inside of a bank, not only will you not be serviced, you're liable to have your account closed. All right, just by stepping foot in a bank with no mask on. Okay, and they had these the elites of this world, the top bankings, the top financial people, the top political people. They have all these private meetings, the Davos meetings, the Swiss meetings, they have all these meetings that they have, and it's never it's never publicized. It's always private meetings. So know that these companies, the regular person you see, the teller that you see, they don't have no clue what's going on. But the CEOs are and not even just the CEOs. I would even go further to say the board, all right, of operations, the ones who are the shareholders and things of that nature. They are the ones that are in these meetings. You do have some CEOs in these meetings as well, but they're all in cahoots, man. Serving the agenda of these elites. Okay. So it says HSBC customers who enter a branch barefaced without a medical exemption could forfeit their money. So they're not even just going to close the account and give you your money. No, they're saying if you step in the bank and we can see your nose and your mouth, we're not just going to close. We're not just going to serve. We're just not going to deny you service. We're going to take your money away. Okay, not close your account and give you money. It says you could forfeit your money, all your money that's in your account. A spokesperson told UK tabloid The Mirror on Tuesday. The corporation's head of branch network for the UK urged bank workers deserve respect and should not have to face violent or abusive behavior, and encourage customers to stay home and use HSBC's digital banking tools rather than going out to the bank. All right, and that's another agenda that they're pushing. Everything becoming digitalized. All right, no more physical cash. They're moving everything to a cashless society, which the means of buying and selling in that cashless society, the means of transmitting, all right, money from one person to a next or one entity to a next will be by way of the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. All right, that's why they're pushing that agenda of digital banking. Okay, it says most of HSBC's main competitors, including Santander, Lloyd's, and NatWest, subsequently informed customers on Wednesday that they too will not be served if they walk into a bank branch without a mask. So just all of a sudden, all these banks are just coming out, and they're competitors, but they're all just coming out and saying the same thing at the same time, right? You see how this goes further than just trying to public health, trying to help public health. Because if that was the case, why didn't one bank say it months ago, and another bank said it a couple of weeks ago, and then another bank say it, a few days from now, or a few weeks from now? They're all saying it within 24 hours. It says, however, of the other banks questioned by the Mirror, only Barclays explicitly affirmed its right to close accounts if customers act aggressively towards colleagues. So you can close your account if they act, quote, aggressively toward colleagues. And that's up to the bank's discretion to say what they deem aggressive and what they deem not aggressive. Okay? Raising your voice can be, considered aggressive. You see? I used to be a teller, many years ago, and that's a part of a job. You're going to have customers that get angry, customers that get irate, okay? People that, might have just had a bad day and whatever, and they might take it out on a teller or whatever. But now they're saying, we can just close your account, if you don't have a mask and if you act aggressively towards colleagues, and you forfeit your money. So it's more than just, they use these broad words so that everything could be put under this umbrella. It's all the conditioning, all right, and really silencing and control of humanity, all right, of the people. Because that's, once again, Esau wants to be like the Most High. It says many on social media were disturbed that a bank would threaten to abscond with customers' money over a mask. Seriously, this is a Twitter user. It says, seriously, we've come to this. We are now living in something that resembles a dark, authoritarian, dystopian sci-fi movie. And that's exactly what this place is. And this is only the beginning of sorrows, all right? Because dystopian, that's a negative connotation. It's a negative word. All right, so, and YAHAWASHI said that all these things will come to pass, and this is, just the beginning of sorrows, man. So if you're thinking right now it's a dark, authoritarian, dystopian vibe or scene that we're on, hey, there's a lot more coming, man. And that's why this truth is the only thing that's going to keep you stable, in the days to come. All right? This truth is going to be the most valuable thing on this earth, man, because if you don't have the refuge, the belief, the faith, and the strength, okay, and the wisdom and knowledge of YAHAWASHI, you're not going to be able to endure all these things that Esau is coming down, all this wrath, that this devil is about to bring upon his place, man. All right? It says, this is why we can never have a cashless society. Yes, I'm shouting. But you are going to have a cashless society. There are already countries that are damn near completely cashless. China, Sweden. Okay, where was I believe there was another one over there in Europe. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, you got a lot of America's damn near cashless. You know, a lot of people don't really operate in with actual cash anymore. They operate, via debit cards, credit cards, and now you got this whole, digital. I mean, Apple Pay, where you're paying with your smartphone. You see, so this is once again that push towards a cashless society. It says others said that they'd seen this coming miles away and been denounced as quote unquote conspiracy theorists for noticing. I was called a conspiracy theorist 6 months ago for saying they start doing stuff like this. Uh, and this looks like to be a Jake. This is all about compliance and control. They appeal to people's better natures to sell it. That's what the chip is. He causeth all, both small and great. And, like I always go into the word causeth, which means he forms or constructs. All right. What is he forming or in constructing? A way of life, a livelihood, a society. All right. He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That's all about what? Compliance and control. Why? Because, and how did he construct it? By saying, if you don't receive this mark, you won't be able to buy or sell. And it's not just about buying and selling. It's about operating in the society, that of your prospective society that you live in. You'll be completely ostracized because you won't be able to go to a marketplace. You won't be able to enter into a mall. You won't be able to enter into a movie theater, a stadium. Okay, you won't be able to travel. Okay, because once again, man, I've been saying this for years. Every day that you live, it's about either buying something or selling something. Okay, you might not always necessarily be, spending money, but when you go, let's say you can go to the gym. The fact that you're able to go to the gym is because you pay to go to the gym monthly. All right, the gym is there because it's selling its services. You see? Going to work, you're selling your services of your human resources so that you can get paid, all right? So that you can get, rewarded with, with money. Everything it comes down to, the marketplace, man, the agora. Okay, so it says, it's sinister as hell and the masses are sleepwalking right into it. And a lot of people are, sleepwalking right into this, man. And a lot of people, they worship the beast. So they're going to freely, accept any measures, any draconian laws, any, difference, what they call a new normal. They're going to accept it. A lot of people are going to accept it because a lot of people do not want to be uncomfortable. They don't want their status quo to change. It says, now this is talking about it's HSBC's money laundering scheme. But now this part says, however, some applauded the bank for keeping its employees safe. So now this is, once again, more lines are being drawn. Now it's about, the banking system, okay? What they're doing. Everybody's choosing sides. It says, so HSBC are refusing service to people who don't wear a mask in branch, and lots of people are saying it is the thin end of the wedge. I say F those people. Wear a mask or bank online. Stop being a effing baby. Well done, HSBC, for protecting staff and customers. You see, that's the mentality. People look at the beast as doing, as protecting. They look at these draconian measures as protecting. People will readily and willingly and gladly give up their liberties to the government, authoritative, totalitarian figures or system, if they believe or if they were convinced it's for their betterment. You see? But this devil, he doesn't do anything for your betterment. Okay? It says HSBC's trending. People moaning about wearing masks in a bank. Who actually goes into a bank in this day and age? And if you do wear a mask, it's not going to hurt you. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Yeah, so that's basically it, man. But like I said, and like how the dude said when one of his tweets, People are sleepwalking right into it. But this is why we continue to stay upon our watchtower and see all these things. And also, this is why we are not to be lovers of this world, man. We're not supposed to be entangled with this world, because somebody that's entangled with this world, they're entangled with the money, they're entangled with, the operations, all right, of everyday, buying and selling. And, of course we have to do that right now in order to, maintain. But the time is going to come where there's a line that is that we know is where it's drawn that we will not cross, man. And that line is that chip. Okay, because we might put on masks to go into the banks in order to get money, whatever. But once they're conditioning, they're moving the herd into a path where they want people to go. They want everybody to be on this one path toward the chip. So they got to continue to keep bringing pressure from one side, pressure from another side, pressure from above, pressure from below, left, right, so that they can all have what they deem as the cattle, okay, all in order, all in compliance, all in one line, and all going down that line, down that path to being chipped. But we, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, we're not going down that path. All right. But see, we have the knowledge and wisdom to know that we see these things happening. But once it gets to the point where they say, all right, well, everybody, you need to have this microchip in order to continue, operating X, Y, and Z. We're going to be out of that. We're not going to be like, all right, well, just end up taking it. No. Okay. But the thing is, this devil, he's moving like this so that once they bring that out, it's not going to be like out of left field. It's going to be basically just like how they're doing right now with their gradualism. It's just another little additive onto their measure. But that's the last additive that they want to get to, ultimately, like how Ann Russo said in that interview, okay, that he's spoken to a man named Nick Rockefeller. He asked him, what was the end? Like, what was the point? Like, what was the end of all this? And he said, they want to chip everybody. See, that's the end of what Esau wants. That's him, fulfilling, his belly. But this is 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. Least Satan shall get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay? So that's why we continue to watch. All right? We continue to be prudent, because we're not going to let Esau, the devil, the adversary, get an advantage of us, man. But a lot of people, because they see things like this, and they're having that mindset of, well, I don't want my bank, I don't want my money in my bank to be forfeited, so I'm just going to, be compliant. The problem is, even though we are compliant, we're not compliant out of fear. Okay, a lot of people, they're compliant out of fear because, once again, they love this world. They're entangled in this world. We're compliant because it's necessary at the moment. But knowing and understanding that once again that chip comes out, there's no compliance. All right, there is no compliance. There is no fear of being ostracized out of the society. None of that, man. So this devil is not going to get advantage of us, because we're not ignorant of his devices. We know exactly what he's trying to do, and we know what his ultimate end goal is. A lot of these people, they don't know that. And some people that do know that, they're not rooted and established and built up in faith. Only real faith is YAHAWASHI. So even if they do know that, their foundation is not strong enough. So when that flood comes, so when that hour of temptation comes, they're not going to be able to endure it, and then they're going to fold under the pressure and end up taking that chip. Okay, First Timothy chapter 6 verse 9. It says, "And they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." All right. So that a lot of people that are rich are even aspiring to be rich, because most Jake ain't rich, but they aspire to be rich. That's why they chasing that bag. Once again, entangled with this world, the deceitfulness of riches. So you want to have people that's gonna be like, nah, man, I don't want my money to be forfeited. Nah, I gotta get this bread. So they wear the mask, and then they come out with something else. Nah, I don't want my money to be forfeited. I gotta get this. I gotta get this jab. So then they get the jab, and then they come out with something else. Nah, I want my money to be forfeited. I'll just get it transferred into this chip, and they get the chip. Once again, man, hey, the Lord, He gave us the vision, man. He gave us the ability to see, which is a blessing and a gift. All right, Proverbs 22, verse 3. It says, a prudent man, which is a wise man, and have the wisdom and knowledge of YAHAWASHI, foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. And how are we hiding ourselves? We're hiding ourselves in the wings of the Lord, man, in the knowledge and wisdom of the Lord, and the strength of YAHAWASHI. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. And these people, they're just passing on, acting like, oh, well, this is okay. F those people who don't get it. Kudos to you, HSBC for protecting the customers and the employers. They're simple-minded, man, because they're entangled with this world. They ain't got entanglements, all right? They're fornicators, adulterers with this world, man, entanglements. So I ended out with this Psalm, 7, verse 15. It says, he made a pit and digged it, and is falling into the ditch which he's made. Yeah, because that's what Esau is doing. Okay, he's making these pits, and then he's cultivating the herd into walking in his path so that they can fall into the pit, and the herd being the people. All right, but Esau gonna fall into that own pit. His mischief shall fall upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. Because as it is written in Job, when he's about to fulfill his belly, then shall the Lord strike him through, man. So ultimately, Esau's doing all this is really just leading to his own destruction and downfall, which, once again, the Lord has given us the vision to see this. All right, so, end it there, Lord willing, it's edifying unto the elect, called Lo Yahawah Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakak Wadash, Shalom.